Welcome to another Live with Twisted, and my co-host over here, Tennessee FLATBEDER.
What's going on? Man, this is going to be too much metal for one hand.
Right on. So what you been up to?
Not much. Just finally got my laptop fixed to where I can actually start using it for anything I need to use it for. Got my vinyl cutter back on it, and then I've been working with my students. I got one testing tomorrow.
Yeah, and so real quick before a lot of people get in here, we have Captain. I want to call him Captain Dave. Simple Plan Trucking. Simple Plan Trucking. Is that how you say it? Am I saying it right?
Yes, I believe he come up on my thing the other day or earlier today, and I think it was it. But he said he calls himself Captain Dave. So
Yeah, so we got Simple Plan Trucking. He's doing a series on instructors at Prime. So he went ahead and hit up a couple people, and of course, we made the list.
oh yeah,
We got to go do an interview with him, talk to him for a while for a video for his channel. So look out for that new series coming from Simple Plan Trucking. I hope I'm not butchering it, but make sure y'all look for that series. It seems like it's going to be pretty neat to hear the different types of ways people were training, that are training, and just some good information from it.
and he did tell me that he's going to drop those interviews in series. He's not going to drop them all in one day. He's going to drop them one each day. So depending on the order we took our interview in is the series that we're going to be in. So I know I'm going to be the last one.
Series 2.
So you'll be in the second one then. So, and then I got a video dropping today. I actually had a student pop in, and he's back for upgrade, and I finally caught him to be able to do an interview with him. So that's going to be really interesting.
So we get to find out life after TNT, and how good were your skills that you taught him helpful during TNT?
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be interesting.
And there's a second person in it that interviewed that came in the same time he did, and they both upgraded together.
Good. That means somebody from his class made it. That's impressive.
Oh yeah.
You know, we lose a lot of people during the TNT, so it's a hard thing to deal with. Timothy Turbo's back. Matt B. Did y'all just start? Yes, we did. Matt, I called you. See, I called you. Me and Matt been called. I call Matt, he don't answer. He calls me, I don't answer.
Playing phone tag, huh?
Yeah, pretty much today. Jeffrey Huff says, "Dang it, I keep getting the second on the thumbs up."
Yeah, I got first today.
Oh, you got first. You beat everybody.
Yeah.
I forgot to share it out on my Facebook and stuff. I definitely forgot to do that.
Yeah, and I even forgot to do that myself. So,
what's it looking like your schedule tomorrow? You testing a guy out maybe, or?
Yep, I've got one testing in the morning, and then I've got two on the pad, and I might be going out on a load to go get it for my Monday drop. So I don't know.
Really?
That might be just I'm on there showing that I'm available. Might not get one. I might get one. Plus, I should be getting a new student tomorrow too.
New one. You're picking them up like crazy right now. I'm testing out two guys, and I already got my two new guys, so to replace them.
Yeah, I should have talked to Steve this today, but I didn't feel like it. I was ready to get out of there, waiting for my upgrade student to get there, and so I can head back. So,
yeah, Matt, go to tomorrow is the Friday morning safety meeting. So Matt, go down there to the safety meeting. Go with the group, and whenever you get back, like they're gonna give you a tour of the whole place. When you get back, I should be done with my 2 tests, and we'll get to work. So
Yeah, that tour usually ends around 9 or 10:30, 11. And I might be wrong. That's usually when my students come over, but I think they leave before all that good stuff. So,
and the safety meeting, our safety meeting that Prime does is once a week on Fridays at 8 a.m. Central Time. They do like a breakfast, and Prime pays for it if you stay for the safety meeting. So when you stay for the safety meeting, they give you a lot of good information, tips, tricks, how we're doing whenever it comes to checks at weight stations. Are we failing them, or inspections? I mean, are we failing them? Are we doing good on them? And there's a lot of good information. There's informations about the company picnic, what events are coming up. I mean, it's a great place to go get some good information. And even if you're over the road, they do it live on YouTube, and they do it on Facebook, that thing called Facebook Live or whatever.
right.
And so they get it out to the drivers too.
And
Unfortunately, you only get the free breakfast if you're there.
Right. And Skull Peg Leg, he said, "What's up?"
Hello, Peg Leg.
So, yeah, I was just about to start reading that, and then you popped it up. I'm scheduled to have you as my trainer starting the 15th. Well, I look forward to it, man. Because I already had my fleet manager ask me if I knew you were coming in, and I told him yeah. So, and that's the biggest thing. If you do refer us, at least let us know so we can give our fleet managers a heads up.
Yeah, for sure. If y'all know y'all are coming in and y'all got everything set up, and let us know that you're coming in, especially if you put us down for a referral. Because you put us down for a referral, then like it's gonna pop up, but we need to know, hey, when you're coming in, are we gonna be available to train you? And we do appreciate the referrals. Like when y'all drop our driver code in the application, man, we appreciate it.
Oh,
We
yeah,
want to give
we
you,
really
we want
do.
to be the ones that train you if you put our name there. Definitely, we want to do that. Yes, sir. I'll be there 7 a.m. wide-eyed and ready to work. Well, go to the safety meeting at the Millennium first.
Yeah.
Go get
Get you some free breakfast. And
Yeah,
watch
get
that
you that
safety
free
meeting.
breakfast. Sit in there, listen to the safety meeting, because the first safety meeting I ever went to, one of the best things that I heard in that safety meeting was whenever the owner of the company said, "Hey, you can make as much money as you want to working here, or as little as you want." He said, "If you want to be a company driver with a guaranteed check every week," he goes, "that's perfect with me. Be a company driver. You'll get that guaranteed check every week, and you're good. But and he said, if you want to make a ton of money, and you want to run your own trucks, and you want to make a lot of money, then go ahead and do that. Just keep running my freight." That's what he said. Keep running my freight. And I was like, man, that's freaking awesome. Like he just told me, hey, I can do whatever I want here. Like he pretty much told me, hey, find you a way to make more money and do it. And I feel like that's what I kind of based all my stuff on at this company. Like everything I did was like, how much is this going to benefit me? Like how much more can I make? How much more can I do? And I think that that's what really helped me out a lot over the years, is that I heard that, and it's always been through my mind. So I'm always like, man, he said I can make as much as I want. Let me make more next year. Let's see if I can top that. I've never made less than I made the year after. So like next year, each year I make more money than I made the year before. I find a way. What you think, Tennessee?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Usually when my wife does work. She changes her taxes to take over the taxes because I get put in a higher tax bracket. So she gets that to where she can cover my taxes that come out of my check.
What's
So
that? Whoopity, whoopity. I thought he was saying whoop whoop, but
yeah,
he
I
said
think
whoop.
that's what he was trying, and then it autocorrect. I don't know.
Oh, whoop whoop, whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
I don't know.
So
I was jamming out on the pad, wasn't I?
oh yeah, and then my
Man, I
student
had
had to
my
ask.
headphones in. My guy was out there doing his stuff, man, and I was jamming out on my headphones, man, and I was listening to Cotton Candy, and I was just jamming out. Tennessee's code is DODSTH, and my driver code is COXDJO. So,
And so yeah, Jeffrey, that's fine. I'm still gonna get compensated for you being on my truck, so that's no problem. That's not gonna bother me at all.
yeah, you got where you needed to be. You got here, and you got with Tennessee, and like we're not killing each other over here. Like we're not like, oh man, you got the referral code, I'm gonna choke you out. Like, as long as you came here.
I could see that out on the pad. Everyday brawl.
No, there's been a guy before that has put down Tennessee that found him here, and he was gonna put me down, but he was all like, man, I'm putting Tennessee down, and that's cool with me. I don't mind. There wasn't no hard feelings. He was a pretty cool dude. I wanted to give him a hard time about it, and I told Tennessee I was, but whenever I met him, I was all like, I don't think he's like very joking person like that. Remember I told you I was like, I'm gonna give him a hard time, and then I met him and I was like, nope. Matt B says that's what we're all here is for, that money. Catch you later. I'm gonna go study. Look, he's trying to get those Browning points already.
Granny, you like brownies.
Yeah.
You like brownies, but it ain't gonna help him on the favors.
Damien? Is it Damien?
Yeah, Damien.
What's up, guys? Hope all is well. Shout out to Thomas for being a great trainer. Currently in TNT, knocking out these miles.
Hell yeah, you keep knocking them out. When you get back to the pad to upgrade, come see me. I hope you're doing everything safe, and I hope your trainer is actually helping you out too by letting you back and helping you out with at least doing the shippers and receivers, so you know how to do that paperwork and the Qualcomm.
FBG, FB. Oh, that's you too. You said it back to me. I don't remember who that was. See, Tennessee and I, we work side by side, and we help each other out, so we see each other's students all the time. And like Jeffrey, you're gonna probably be working with me one day, sooner or later, and back and forth. So we try to look out for each other.
Oh yeah, and that's something I was told earlier that they appreciated having you around because well, as a matter of fact, that interview we had with Captain Dave said he didn't get to do a whole lot with me because you were always there on the pad, but you did appreciate when my guy was doing his thing and doing good. I would come over and have chat with your guys, and he loved the information that I was getting from him.
Yeah.
Or he was getting from me, is what I meant to say.
No, I knew what you meant.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Nightlight Trucking. Hello, guys. Finally get to see you live.
What's going on?
That's a night, probably a nighttime driver, huh?
Yeah, he runs off of Moonlight, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Man, I did too. I love the midnight to like 8 a.m., midnight to 9 a.m. kind of schedule. That was my favorite.
I don't mind driving at night. Yeah, I don't mind driving at night at all.
Man, you flatbed. You guys don't drive at night.
Hey, I did when I was with TNT. That's all I did was drive nights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the way my brother-in-law worked. And then I told him, I said, if I become TNT, if I ever did TNT, I would never do that to my guy. But I was a night owl when I first came in. And then now that I've got a schedule going, I can't hardly ever keep my eyes open past 12. I had a hard enough time on that special mission I went on a couple of weekends ago. I'm trying to get that video out. I'm trying to get that footage going through. It's just so dark because it was from midnight till 6 in the morning, almost 7 hours worth of work on that video that I've got. So I pop it. If you watch all my videos from now on, you're going to see little clips at the very end. So keep your eye out.
Oh, I see you. That's good. That's good right there. You make sure we make it to the end.
Right.
Because I did. I was like, I'm staying till the end. I gotta see this. And then your credits came on, and I was all like, that was BS. I watched this, and there ain't nothing. Boom, there it was. I was like, oh, I see.
You like how I worked that in there?
Yeah, I think one of the funniest ones was whenever I waited till the end of the credits once, and Steven's mouth was on the camera, and he said something weird.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like doing that with my videos, throwing something at the end of the credits, just like Marvels do.
Yeah, for sure. Man, did y'all know? Okay, so let's talk. Let's talk about sliding tandems the other day because I was talking to some of my students the other day, and well, not some of my students. I was talking to one of my guys that used to be on my truck, and he's lease, and I was talking to him about sliding the tandems, and he did he didn't know a little trick that I taught him. So you know how you see some of these super truckers sometimes out there over the road, and they're always missing one lug nut on their driver's side, one lug nut cap. You ever see that, Tennessee?
Say that again?
They're missing one of the caps on their lug nuts.
No, I didn't notice that.
If you ever see a driver like that, it's for sliding the tandems. So what they do is every time you move one of the lug nuts to the next position, you moved it one hole. You need to move it like two holes, move it two spots. So it's just a little tip throwing that out there. You know, that's a little gift I'm giving y'all for the night. Hey, if you want an easy way to slide your tandems and you need to move it one or two holes at a time, that's the best way to do it right there. It works out great. I like it.
Well, us flatbedders, it's going to be falling on deaf ears because we have two positions, all the way up or all the way back, which there will be a video coming out on how to slide tandems for the flatbed. And then I'm going to work in one with Twisted on doing a collaboration on how to slide tandems with the reefer.
Yeah,
like how I sprung that on you?
Yeah, I'm redoing the video anyways too. So,
because I'm gonna give him. I just had the word in my head, and for some odd reason it slipped. The luxury of using my 360-degree camera on that one.
yeah, that thing is cool. Jeff says, how much do flatbedders drive at night with a load? Kind of hard to see straps and chains.
Okay. You're still going to do all your work during the day, but you can work it out. If you do want to drive mostly at nights, you're going to get to the receiver as late as you possibly can before they close. If you can get your fleet manager to set up that appointment time for you, then get to your next receiver, your shipper, before they close, get loaded and drive all night. We do have a bunch of flatbedders that are night drivers. They prefer it that way because of traffic and everything like that, and they like to sleep during the day. It all depends on your time management and how you really want to run your truck is what our shippers and receivers are open. Because usually our shippers and receivers, That was really, really, really loud, brother. But shippers and receivers are open from 6 in the
Coca-Cola.
morning, 6 at night. Yeah. Tea, Lipton tea, and it's Lipton peach iced tea. So I'm doing a Tennessee sweet tea here.
Built a drop on my desk. I'll have to get it later. I'm all like, I don't have no paper towels in here. Yeah, so I think if I was a flatbedder, I'd probably drive. I would try to do my load stuff in the nighttime. I get sunburn. I'm super white, and I will get sunburn.
Well, there's a benefits to both sides. If you do early morning like I do, you can get up early, get to that next load, drop it, get to the new shipper, pick it up, and get to the truck stops before they fill up. Or the nighttime drivers, they do it that way so that when they would do shut down, they don't have a worry about parking at any truck stops.
Nightlight Trucking says, yes, I'm a nighttime driver, even now with my students. So, do you watch these lives? I'm just curious. Do you watch these lives on playback at like later on at night while you're driving? Does it help you? Is it good to make them about an hour, or is that too long? Or should we make them a little bit longer? What are you thinking on that night? Like, I'm just curious if you're even watching them at night, because
Yeah, I see.
well, actually, not watching them, you're driving. I mean,
Well,
listening
listening to
to them.
him. There you go. I see where you're coming from. Something to keep him occupied while he's driving down the road, like listening to podcast or talking on the phone with your significant others, friends, family that are up at that late. Yeah, I do see where you're coming from because that is a good topic right there.
Yeah, because I mean, like I was thinking about it just because you were talking about being night shift, and I was thinking about right now. I just thought of this right now. I was thinking about throwing a playlist together of nothing but my lives, like stack them all together. That way, you can just hit play on them and watch one after another one if you watch it like that.
That's still good, pretty interesting to do that on.
What's going on, Junior? I
What's going
got to
on,
talk to
Junior?
Junior at the plaza the other day. We got to talk for a little while. You know, I was all like, I had to ask him about his plaque, his YouTube plaque for the 100,000 subscribers. I was like, I have to hear about this.
Oh yeah.
You know, he was real humble about it too. He was all like, "Yeah, man, I got a plaque. It's really small." I'm all like, "The thing looked this big," and he goes, "No, the play button was small." You know. Oh man, I'm doing great. I got two guys. They're testing out tomorrow. Tennessee's testing out one guy tomorrow, and you know, life's good. I got two more guys after that. Both of them were referrals. Well, one of them was kind of not really referrals. I trained his grandfather, so he put his uncle on there because he's going to be the third generation. So I trained the first generation. The second generation actually came in before the first generation, and now I'm training the third generation. So the grandfather was all like, "Hey, you have to train my grandson." And I was like, "That's cool, man. I'll do it." Actually, he
Oh,
was like me or Tennessee. Ended up Tennessee doing it, but how's it over the road, Junior? You out with your guy? I watched a little bit of the videos. I was kind of busy yesterday, but I watched a little bit of it. I know y'all were out there.
we're talking about
Oh,
students.
my.
There we go. That one's my student. He says he's
Oh,
at my truck. He's at my truck doing a pre-trip, waiting on the other guys. I'm surprised my other two didn't talk to you yet. Maybe one of them maybe needed to pick up, get a ride back over there because his car was having some issues.
yeah, Junior. This is Tennessee FLATBEDER and Tennessee Junior Honduras.
How's it
Well,
going?
I don't even have to. I don't have to make no introduction. When your YouTube channel is that huge, like we're good. We're coming along good. Doing backing and driving. And like one thing I'm gonna say that's really good about Junior is he has a student out there in that truck doing the backing right now. It's not he's not the kind of guy that's all like, hey, we're at the shipper, get out the seat, I'm gonna back it in here. You know, he's like hands on with the backing. Like I'll give him
Oh yeah.
props on that.
And I like seeing that. I like hearing that. I do like hearing that our TNTs are letting our students drive
Oh,
and do
he's
the
doing
backing.
PSD. He's doing
Well,
a
I mean,
PSD
even both sides of it.
both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think that they can't, once they start backing out there, when they bring them back to the pad, they have to teach them the points. And, you know, we kind of had a conversation about this, Junior and I, and me and you, and a lot of people. The training, when you train a PSD student, you don't have to teach them the point system. If you're like, hey, there's a spot, back it in there, and he can do it, man, that's how you teach him. So like Junior's out over the road with one right now. He's backing into docks. He's backing into truck stops. You know, whenever they get back, if he comes out there and he's all like, "Hey, put it in the right side offset," and the guy pulls it up there and has a little bit of trouble with it, but he can do it with a couple of pull-ups. Then all you got to do is smooth out the wheel turns in that, make them smaller because most of the time it's going to be too big of wheel turns. And you're going to it's actually going to be easier to train that way than it is to do the points. And, you know, if there's nothing wrong with the points, if you want to do the points when you get back, you can get your guy to stop, turn the wheel all the way, and back up to that set point. You can do that, but it'll be a lot easier if they got the skills to do it, to just let them do it out here.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. That's why I teach my students the way I do, is because it helps them out in the real world. If we do go out and back somewhere, when they get back to the pad, they still know to put that trailer between the spot that I told them to put it between.
With the new lease owner holdup, is someone supposed to build a fleet? Man, you can buy trucks and bring them here from wherever. I think you can still do it. You can still build a new fleet. Nice to meet you, Tennessee.
Oh yeah, nice to meet you too, man.
Nightlight Trucking says, yes, they are good. I like the variety of time. Your 2-hour one with Kiersey was good information, and I like your lives. Keep it up. Awesome. So I think I will go in there and I will make a playlist of my lives. Just even if you're the only one that likes to just hit play and watch it, you know, I'll start putting them all in that playlist. So you'll have a playlist like, hey, talk show overnight kind of deal. And then when you get bored of hearing my voice, like I wouldn't be able to listen to my voice that long. I could listen to Tennessee FLATBEDER. Like he's funny. My voice is kind of annoying.
Well, I was already told by like about 20 people that I have a radio voice, and I don't see it, but I guess.
You don't have to teach them the pointers. Yeah, you don't have to teach them the points. You do whatever you need to do out there, and it's just basically it's getting to small wheel turns. You know, I try to teach in my straight line back is where I try to smooth a lot of that out because you know I show them how Snoop Dogg. You know, there's a music video, drop it like it's hot. Snoop Dogg and
Oh,
turning the
yeah.
wheel, and I'm all like. And I'll get in there and I'll do a straight line back for that, and I'm just whipping it, and I show them it's possible. And then I'm all like, man, Snoop Dogg's full of it because if he did that, he wouldn't have those scrawny arms. My arm is sore. And I said, you know, Snoop Dogg gets chauffeured around, I found out, because he ain't about that life. And then I go, so I needed a way to regulate my hand. Like I needed to find a way to regulate it. So I started listening to regulators, you know, Warren G. So I would just think about regulating my hand, and I kind of use the beat. So I might be chilling, got the beat going, I'm bobbing my head, just chilling, and I get it all the way through there, and I'm all like, now, who do you want to be, Snoop Dogg or Warren G? And I let them have it. And they find out real quick that those big wheel turns are unnecessary. And then whenever I take them on driving, so I like to do some straight line back with them and some offsets before I take them on a drive. Because whenever I take them on a drive, I really feel like whenever we're going straight down the road, if I'm on a perfectly straight road, I look at them and I say, you see how much you're turning the wheel right now? And they go, yeah. So that's how much you need to turn it in a straight line back.
Oh yeah, I
They're
use
like,
that
man,
same
I didn't think
scenario.
about that. And
Yeah, I
then
use that
whenever I
same
do
scenario.
yeah. And then whenever I do my turns, I'm all like, you see how you're keeping your eye on that trailer on the right? You see how you're just taking it right around the curb? You're just tracing that curb with that back tire. It's the thing about the offset. If you're not looking in that mirror at the back of that trailer and you're not going around the cone and down the line or around a truck and down the line, if you're not looking at it, what's going to happen? You're going to run it over. So, like, I use a lot of my backing to teach my driving. I found that it's a lot easier to use the backing to teach the driving than it was using the driving to teach the backing.
And that's what I usually do is I normally get my guy in the truck, get comfortable with the truck on how to release the brakes, change gears, put in reverse, back up a little bit. And then I really show them that being comfortable with that truck going forward, they're a lot easier to help with on the backing.
Yeah. And Junior's right there. Small moves equals small corrections.
Oh yeah, minor adjustments.
Brian says, hey, Junior, I use a lot of your videos. Pegleg says, curiosity's killing the cat here. Running by the moo, does that make you a moon runner?
Moonshine runner.
Did the voice changer go off? I accidentally clicked it.
Yeah, it's off.
Okay. Yeah, I accidentally clicked that.
Brian, that was a good one there, Pegleg.
Man, Pegleg kills me. I like his little saying to tell people to give thumbs up and ring the bell, man. I love that. Brian says, I'm in trucking school right now, and Junior and I using a lot of your moves here.
Yeah, I think he meant to put an am in there. He is using his videos to help him out in the school.
Okay. You know, that's what they're there for. Like, a lot of us put out videos for, like, to educate you. And those are the best channels that have some education that will teach you, you know, while you're going through the process. So I think a lot of us have great videos on teaching people stuff.
Well, knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Michael says, I'm going to go over the pre-trip with your videos as recommended by Tennessee FLATBEDER. Appreciate it.
They are good, especially that end cab, Michael.
Yeah, the end cab. Watch that end cab. Junior Honduras says, that is awesome, Brian. Glad to see you're able to help. I am able to help you through my videos. Good luck with everything at the school. Jeffrey must know about Warren G. He better come out here regulating already, bro. Yeah, a lot of my young guys don't understand that. They're like, Warren G, what are you talking about? Like, my older cats are all like, oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just like my student today commenting about the music. He's like, you guys don't hardly listen to the same music, do you? And I said, well, he's listening to ICP right now. And he's like, he kind of cocked his head sideways. And I said, ICP? He goes, Insane Clown Posse? I said, yeah. He goes, I've heard of them, but I've never listened to them. I said, you need to start educating yourself on some music.
Yeah. Especially being with us.
There you go, Pegleg.
Everyone hit the like button and borrow my leg to hit the ding dong bell. Hopefully these are working again. Definitely hope they are.
Yep, I heard it.
Hey, thank you, Pegleg. Yeah, for sure. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. We will take either one, and we will roll with it. Feedback at least lets us know, hey, you either hate us or you love us.
Oh, yeah.
If you're giving us a bunch of thumbs down, though, I'm going to be blaming the piercings. This is the guy with the piercings fault, isn't it?
Well, we ain't going to blame it on Jack here. He helps everybody do their work.
Jeffrey says, I turned 51 on the 13th. That's the average trucker age, is in the 50s. That's the average trucker age. How about the 2022 Freightliner trucks? Does anyone know? What do you want to know about the 22 Freightliner trucks?
Other than mine's been treating me very well. I had a little issue with regening the other day, but it finally did. It went. Yeah, but it finally did regen. It took another extra day because it tried to regen going down the road, and we didn't go very far, so it didn't want to force a regen on it. Other than that, I have no problems with it. Besides, it winks at you every minute. If you're just sitting there watching my truck with it off, it'll sit there and blink its lights. So that's
Explain to us what a regen is. What is a regen?
Regen is cleaning out the DEF filter, the DEF filter on your truck. Because California passed that law that we have to have cleaning, burning trucks. What's the code doing on there? That's not my name.
It was the wrong thing.
But anyhow, so California put that law out that our trucks need to be clean burning trucks. So DEF, diesel exhaust fuel. So it has a filter on there, and after a while, that filter does get clogged with all that soot that it's supposed to be protecting the ozone layer from, and it needs to burn it out. And usually does it going down the road, but us people that are on the pad a lot don't get that time to burn it as we're driving, so we have to do a regen to get that soot burned out of that filter.
Freaking screen. I don't know why the screens would not pop back over without me clicking it with the mouse. So yeah, it just burns a lot of that junk out of the system. You know, what I always wondered, and I'm just curious, they put the DEF on the filter on theirs so all that stuff wouldn't be blown into the environment, right?
Right.
So we're out there leaving it in our exhaust and in the filter. And then you do the regen, which you burn the stuff up and put it right into the environment. Is it more of, hey, we don't see the black smoke coming out of these trucks than it really is about the pollution? Or am I missing something in there?
It's just like if you're running a truck that has if you delete the DEF filter, it's called rolling coal. If a cop really sees you rolling coal, he can pull you over and give you a ticket for not having a DEF system on your truck. And that's for any diesel. And that's why you see a lot of younger kids doing it because they think it's cool. And if you watch my last motorcycle video, you see a guy roll coal on me and then switch lanes without a freaking blinker.
You didn't ball bear on them?
No, because he was way out in front of me. I backed off as soon as I see him do that because I didn't want to be in that black cloud. And then he got over in front of me because he got out of the turning lane and then rolled coal and then got right back into the turning lane and cut me off. So, like I said, go on my channel and watch that last video I posted. You'll see it.
You must not be a fan of bikers. Yes, sir. I will watch that one all night. Maybe in the morning it will help me retain that information for the test. Hey, just put the earbuds in, man, and hit replay. And make sure you play all the commercials because that's how I get paid by YouTube is watching those commercials.
Well,
I don't know
I'll
how I'll
do
get
this.
paid. I think
I'll do
that's
this,
how it is.
Michael. I'll actually listen to your in cab in the morning too. Make sure you're on point. Normally, I don't do that.
Like and share these fellas.
Oh
The
yeah.
wife. Oh, let me read this one real quick. Okay, guys, have to go. Good evening and be safe out there. Good luck with your students. I don't know what the H in. It must be another emoji. Yeah, Junior, be safe out there, man. We'll see you back shortly. Peg Leg says, Tennessee, I picture you as an 80s hairband Metallica type music lover.
Well, my hair is long. It's actually down to my belt now, so yeah.
My hair's not long.
Hey, it's all growing down here.
I donated it all to Tennessee. Yeah, whenever I did my interview with Simple Plan Trucking, we actually talked about our beards. You know, he has a really nice beard. Oh, look, he's in here actually.
Oh, heck
So,
yeah.
I'll leave that up. But we were talking about our beards before I did my interview, and I can't give you all the details on the interview. I can't give you all the details. Y'all are gonna have to watch it, but I was all like, yeah, this time I didn't set my beard on fire this year. You know, we were talking about that. And I was all like, did you know? And I don't even know if you know this. I'm pretty sure you know this, Tennessee. But so, yeah, I set myself on fire last year. Tennessee was there. He's seen that happen. But a year before that, my student was climbing on top bunk and I had a candle lit because, you know, I like my truck smelling good. Well, the lit candle, I picked it up because my student had to get on top bunk and I was holding it. And my student said, "Where's the forks?" And I said, "They're in that counter." And I set my beard on fire inside my truck. It smelled horrible.
Oh, I bet. The smell of burning hair is not a good, pleasant smell.
No, and then the main, like, it burnt this hole in the middle, so like it was all long like this. It was like just this hole in the middle. And then when the wind blows, it was like this wrapped around my head.
Hey, so
Like
you're trying to be a biker without riding a motorcycle.
yeah, it was kind of wild. It really was. So, you know, it happens. It's Simple Plan Trucking. I talked about your channel and your new list of in your new playlist or your new series about instructors. And I kind of give them a heads up that you asked these two guys to be in that. So,
Oh yeah, and then why we got him up there, and hopefully he's still listening, is we need to get a collaboration of me and Twisted with you in an interview, on how things are going and how everything was between all the process.
yeah, for sure. Sure, we need to do that. You say the name. Highway
Highway
Alley?
Aaliyah
Aaliyah?
or
Good
Alley.
shows, guys. Just stopping by to say, hey, it's Whataburger time. Oh, she's bragging on the Whataburger. She's
Hey,
bragging on it.
Republics is getting close to being finished.
Is it really?
Closer and closer every day I drive by it. It's getting they're getting a lot of building product on it.
Hey, can we go over? Can we do the 360 camera and I ride on the back of your bike all the way to Whataburger and we'll go eat some Whataburger?
So they're
And
going
then
to see
ride
me
back.
facing forward and you facing backwards, butt to butt.
No, I'm gonna hug you and like lay on your back like I'm gonna be like.
You realize you're putting down Whataburger if we're going to go that way.
They'll be like, get out of here. Denzel says, what does the prime, or prime is not in there. What does the CDL test at prime consist of? It consists of 3 parts. Part 1 is pre-trip. Part 2 is backing. And
3
part
skills
3,
backing.
what?
3 skills backing.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Okay. So we're going to get technical with this. Pre-trip, you could get the entire pre-trip, which consists of engine compartment, tractor, trailer, coupling, lights, and in-cab, or you could just get one of the compartments, either tractor, trailer, or engine compartment. And then in addition to that, everybody does the coupling, the lights, and the in-cab. Then the backing test. It's 3 levels of backing. Level 1 is the straight line back. Level 2 is one of the offsets, and level 3 is either a parallel to the left, a parallel to the right, or alley dock. Then you move on to the drive. So, yeah. And somebody had to be technical
that I
over
felt
there.
Hey, you could have screen bigged me on that one, and I would have done it, but
I was trying to get out with the little answer. I was like, come on, little answer, little answer. And then you put me on the spot. You said, I was like, oh, he's putting me on the spot.
Content.
And that's why we call it the trifecta, is because you pass all 3 of them in one day. So that's why it's called the trifecta. Pegleg says, twisted, at least your hair went to your chin instead of down your back. Yeah.
Wow.
Pegleg, at least I can grow hair on 2 legs.
Ouch. Ouch.
I'm just kidding. Man, I love Pegleg. He's the best.
He knows we're just joking.
Set it up, I'll be there. Yeah, Simple Plan Trucking. I actually wanted, like, I was all like, I'm going to do the video with him. Like, I was like, that's the main thing I was going to do whenever I went up there. But I was like, I'm going to ask him if he's not too busy, if him and Brooke would do a video on a husband and wife running a team truck, because I would like to get a video about the lease, the company driver on the truck, you know, how that's working out, how the insurance is working out, how much you might be saving, like that. Like, there was a lot of questions I wanted to ask. Whenever I got up there and she wasn't there, I was kind of upset. I was like, I came all the way up here to see both of them. I said, man, where's she at? But it's all good.
That would be a good video too, because I've got my two students I did, my husband and wife team that I trained. I can't wait till they get upgraded so I can ask them those questions too. I'd love to get it from both sides of it. But yeah, that we definitely, when we get a chance, we'll hit you up. We definitely need to know when you're going to be back in and both of you are going to be available.
McDonald's is the best.
If we're going to go that way, we're going to play this game. Crystals.
Now you're acting drunk. Crystals, really?
Yep.
You got that right. Whataburger's the best. Yes. Look, I got a little Whataburger thing to watch. Not sponsored by Whataburger, but I have a little Whataburger thing I can put up in the top corner. Wish it was sponsored. Man, if they would just send me, like, hey, every Thursday night, send me enough Whataburger to feed my family, Tennessee Flatbedders family, you know, send all that Whataburger out here and let us, like, that's your sponsorship. Man, I would do that. I would mention, we would make Whataburger, like, commercials. Like, we would pick up, like, a French fry and we would eat it in between. And then when we got close enough to touch, we would be like, nope, we ain't doing that. But yeah, we could do some cool stuff with Whataburger, man. Somebody reach out to Whataburger and say, Twisted Big D would like a sponsorship, like, of just giving them free food, and he will throw your name out as many times as he can.
Say it enough and it might happen. Put it in the tag.
Yeah, for reals.
Hey, I've seen that on there on some of the YouTube channels that just tagged that name, and those people reached out to him because it got mentioned.
Oh, Brooke and I will be here until tomorrow, until 6 p.m. if y'all want to try to get together. We should.
Okay.
We should.
Well,
I have your phone number, and yeah, we should do that because I would love to do a video like that about what it is to, live with a spouse on the truck, stuff like that. And I have to have Brooke there. Am I saying it right? Is it Brookie or is it Brooke? Because there's an E on the end. It confuses me.
The E's silent.
So it is Brooke. But I would love to get Brooke on there and be like, let me have the dirt. He gave me COVID, so I got to hear this. Hey, if you want to know if you want to know the COVID story, make sure you tune into Simple Plan Trucking to get the COVID story. He has a great channel. It is a fun channel. It is a husband and wife, and I feel like and it was like I was telling him today. I was all like, man, your channel is just awesome. I said, like, Brooke is just awesome on there. She is so genuine, and like whatever she says, even when she's all like, I don't know why you went down that road. I wouldn't have went down that road. Like she's pretty much like, yeah, I told you not to go down that road, but you went down it anyways. Like that's great that like you're all like, man, I'm leaving that in there because this is real life. Like, oh, yeah. I mean, that's awesome. Love the channel.
And then when we do our interview, like I said, we'll do a collaboration with you. And I found that using my 360 degree camera, we can get in a whole room in one picture.
Yeah.
And
so you can flip it to one side, to the other, back to them.
Oh yeah.
Just fun gaming. Is Prime all over the road?
No, we got regional, we got OTRs, we got dedicateds. We're all over the board.
Starting out, you can look at it as an over-the-road company, though. So, don't expect to go straight into like a dedicated run or something like that. Expect it to be over the road until you get to that. Your time in, and your fleet manager can get you into one of those positions. Pigleg says, "What? I like hair on my legs. I make up for it in the cat diesel powered world. Love the banter with you guys." Oh man, Pegleg, you're the best, dude. You really are. And I'm not. Tennessee, you say that word.
Yeah, no. Not at all.
I have no idea what that is. Poo-poo caca, I think is what it says. Poo-poo caca.
Oh, that's Spanish, I believe. You should know that.
Yeah, that's what I think is this. Let me know the E is silence. We'll plan on coming to the plaza, same room.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I posted it twice on there. How long does 30,000 miles take? Tennessee, I'll let you go first. I would like to hear you explain the 30,000 miles, how long it would take.
So most of my students, depending on how their trainer runs, sometimes it takes a month and a half. My student that actually just upgraded did close to 50,000 miles with his trainer for some reason, which was weird because I looked at my last chat with him and it was back in March. So, yeah, it's all depend on how your trainer runs. Usually it's a month and a half to 2 months. Of what I've seen from flatbed side.
So what I say what I say is you take 30,000 miles divided by 5,000, because what I'm telling you is 5,000 miles a week is about average for a team truck. So take 5,000 and divide it into 30,000 miles. So that'll give you how many weeks? And then account for a week off for home time. You know, if you need more than a week off for home time, account into all that. Take account for all that. You know, that way you can get a good estimate. And that's just what that is an estimate. Some people it takes longer, some people it takes less. You know, it also depends on how long you have to wait for a TNT trainer. But you can look at that as getting paid time off is the way you can look at that. Like, it's nice to get some paid time off. Really, you're not off because you're really available for dispatch. You're waiting on a trainer, but you are technically at home. How did I make your screen little? Okay, there we go. But 30 and that 30K miles flies by, to tell you the truth. It doesn't feel like it's that long. It looks, the number looks a lot longer than how long it feels.
Yeah, because time flies by when you're having fun and you're doing something you like.
Are either of you guys TNT trainers? No, we are not. I've done it twice.
No. Yeah, I don't. My wife wouldn't like it as much as if I did TNT. I'd never see her.
I've done it twice, and sleeping on a moving truck is not fun. So I'm like never trying to do it again. Like I did not like it. The second time I did it was for a good cause. One of my students, his trainer rolled the truck, and I was all like, man, I'm gonna just take care of you, and I'm gonna finish this TNT for you. So that's what I did, is I finished this, and it was heck sleeping on a moving truck. But unfortunately, we're not TNT trainers. We are PSD trainers. We are two of the PSD trainers that will teach you how to do real world backing. And we are two of the guys that will prepare, in my opinion, we are two guys that will prepare you the most for your TNT and the rest of your career. Honestly, what you think, Tennessee?
Yeah, the same thing as. We're going to teach you how to do it regardless. We're going to show you how to back in the real world. Flatbed side, I'm actually going to put you to work on that flatbed and show you how to strap, how to tarp. Unfortunately, Prime does have rules about you're not covered under insurance at that point, because you're only technically an intern. You're not covered under the insurance yet until you get your CDL and get your final hire. So I won't let you get up on the load itself, but I do explain that to you. So if you get up on certain part of the trailer, you're still good as long as you don't fall off, because that is on you. But I still show you how to do the job. I work the Qualcomm with you when we're out on loads. I get you there. So I pretty much appreciate that, Hans.
Look at Hans coming through with the... Oh, Jesus. I'm going to have to read that. Hans, you're killing me over here, bro. I'm a juggler and you're killing me with that. You are killing me with that. Hans says, $20 donation for insane clown posse that can't sing. Woo, you're killing me with that. Man, I do appreciate it, Hans. It does help the channel, believe it or not. I'm pretty sure that Hans has bought this mic right here for me. I am almost 100% that Hans completely paid for this mic with the amount of donations he's helped me with. And I really do appreciate him. I wouldn't ask nobody for any donations. And me and Tennessee talked about this before. And the best way to put it is, because I was thinking about this the other day, I think people take me the wrong way whenever I'm all like, oh man, I don't really like the donations. Now, the way I look at it is, a lot of people are coming here to find a career. They do not have a job, or they're starting out in a new career, a new field. I would never ever ask anybody for a a super chat. I would never ask anybody for a donation or anything like that. That's looking for a new beginning because you don't have much, you don't have nothing. You know, Hans is my resident super trucker right here, and he is out there double logging, triple logging, you know, jumping over guardrails, you know, like he's my guy right there, so he can afford it. What? Oh, my wife beating on the window said, "Cut that out! You sound like an alien." What is it? Is it auto-tunes or what? Oh,
Auto-tune.
she come beat on the window and she said, "Cut that out! You sound like an alien."
And you got yourself up on the screen. You cut me out of that.
Oh, there we go.
So we got PMAT.
Oh wait, here we go. Yeah, PMAT. PMAT wants to know. Tennessee, go for it.
Hey, it's a Reaper question. Oh, geez. Well,
You
the
should know it.
CPM by miles is we're going to be paid the same regardless for the miles of the company driver.
Oh, wrong screen. So I looked it up earlier. I kind of cheated on it.
Oh, so he did post another one right under that, and then Hans threw another super chat up.
Oh. Oh. Here comes my wife to beat on the window and say you sound like a dang chipmunk again, buddy. $10 donation super chat, and it says Insane Clown Posse uses auto-tune. Let's try a random voice.
That sounds normal.
Okay, that'll work. Normal will work. So we're back over here. Let's go ahead and try this again. Try this share screen. That's not the right one. All right,
There we
Tennessee.
go.
There you go. We can read it right off the site. Here we go. Company solo drivers. 48 cents per mile for a full-size truck, 53 cents per mile for a lightweight. Flatbed, 50 cents per mile, and tanker, 55 cents per mile. Teams, well, you asked about solo. Did he ask about solo, or did he ask anything about teams?
I think it was just an in general.
Okay.
So we're going to say solo.
Okay, I think that's good right there. So that is straight off the Prime website, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to my fleet manager tomorrow.
What happened? You ain't getting paid enough? She said no. P. Matt says, yes, 900 a week team is the best career trucking starting cent per mile. Oh, the career training starting cent per mile.
You sound like
Thomas said it was off. It's off. Come over here. I am. You're all sweaty.
I've been putting mulch around the pool in this.
I really got to get a good lock for that door. I swear to God. Does it sound that bad though?
Yes.
Okay.
When you run it as long as you did.
Now you're messing stuff up. There's the wife. She's watching the video from upstairs.
How's it going,
if you
Sarah?
run out of vape batteries, she's
Hi,
watching
Thomas.
today.
Hi guys.
So she can definitely hit up your wife to bring you batteries this time. One time you weren't watching.
I made sure I was for sure.
One time you weren't watching and he ran out of batteries and he was all like, hey, is your wife watching? Is Sarah watching? And I was like, no. And he's all like, man, I need her to go get me some batteries for my vape. So he wanted you to text his wife. I turned it off though. Where we at? Just fun gaming. What happens? Yeah, that was your cue to leave. I'm just kidding. Just fun gaming says, what happens if you come in and decide trucking isn't for me? Do I owe the money? So when you get here, there is a contract that you're gonna sign, and it's gonna be on a CBT. Read your contracts. Read your stuff. It's gonna be on a CBT, and once you sign it, you have.
Yeah, I don't know what you did that for.
Once you sign your contract, you have 7 days to quit without owing Prime any money. So they give you 7 days from the day you sign that contract to make a decision if trucking's for you or not. And you can leave without having to pay the money back. Now, if you make it past the 7 days, then you're going to have to pay Prime the money back if you quit from then on. So you have a good 7 days to make a decision. I've had a guy go into the office and he thought that he was past the 7 days and he wanted to quit, and he was just super scared of the truck. Like, he was terrified of the truck. He thought doing straight line back, the truck was gonna flip over. Like, he was super scared of the truck, and like, I was gonna. Before he quit, I was like, man, I really need to get this dude out of the truck and just have him lay underneath the trailer for a while till he's not scared of it. And anyways, he went in there. He told me he goes, I got food poisoning. I'm not coming in. And I was all like, that's cool, man. I'll see you tomorrow. You let me know when you come back. It's all good. So he goes in there and he's all like, hey, my trainer, he was disrespectful. He treated me bad, blah, blah, blah. He was talking about my family. He was being unprofessional, all kinds of stuff. Like, really unnecessary, bold-faced lies. And they were all like, well, what's going on? And they were all like, you want another trainer? And he goes, no, I want to go home, but I don't want to have to pay the money back. So they went and looked it up on the computer. They say, you know what? Lucky you. Today's your 7th day from the day you signed it. If you quit today, you have till the end of today to leave without owing Prime any money. Now, if you don't leave today, then you're gonna owe Prime money. And he was all like, "Oh, I have to leave by today if I don't want to pay y'all back." And they're all like, "Yeah, so we need you to write a statement about all this stuff you're accusing Twisted of, and we're gonna investigate this." And he said, "No, I'm good. Twisted was a great trainer. There ain't nothing wrong with him. I just felt like I shouldn't have to pay the money back." So I'm like, really? This dude's like trying to use me and like say that I'm horrible just so he doesn't have to pay the money back. That is horrible. That's a horrible person.
Yeah, that is.
Best luck to the guy. Best luck to the guy. This light's in my face. My wife moved that. Thing was driving me nuts. But good luck to the guy. Happy life, whatever. That was extremely like unnecessary. And like, what kind of character do you have whenever you do that? That's horrible.
Oh yeah, it's just like, I don't like when people use excuses. Tell the truth. It gets you a lot further down the road.
Yeah, and that also depends if you get your CDL from them. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that just starting pay? I thought Timothy Turbo already worked here. 5 cents more than most. 900 times 6, maybe 5,400. No per diem in training, though, right? Matt, I got the perfect person to answer that question.
Yeah, throw that right at me. So, oh, geez. That 900 is before taxes, times 6.
That's not the question. Stick to the question.
Well, then you shouldn't have put it on me.
You skating all the way around it. You're like, oh, let's hit this side. Let's hit this side. Where are you going, bro? Like the question was. No,
Well, there you go. Answer it.
no, it is 900 a week. Period. Now, before it was $700 a week, but the thing is, it was a minimum $700 a week. So it was broken down to, I think it was 14 cents per mile, right? So it was broken down to 14 cents per mile, and you could make more than the 700. A lot of my students were making more than the 700. Like whenever Hans is sending me super chats, I'm definitely making more than the 700. So, but yeah, it's the $900 a week. When they went to that, they capped it at that. Like that is what you're getting. So I'm pretty sure that there's no per diem and there's no, like, I'm not going to be 100% whenever I say this because I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think that there's going to be any detention pay. I don't think there's going to be any extra pay for anything besides what a fleet manager was all like, you know what? I feel like you worked hard. I'm going to give you extra pay for this. I'm pretty sure. Because all I've ever seen is check stubs that said 900 was gross. And then after that, it was all taxes and stuff. And then what the guy got at the end of it. So. Twisted, she's going to put you on the sofa tonight with the auto tune. It's Hans' fault, man. It's Hans' fault. I'm blaming Hans. Hey, look, he's the next comment. Like, kick Twisted out. His wife can take over. Man.
Oh, geez.
Thomas, go get your wife. We're going to tell your wife to start watching this, and somehow I'm going to send the auto tunes over to you and see if she comes down there and tries to drop kick you. Y'all got crock pots and beans in the truck. What's your diet, Tennessee?
My diet when I run out on the road is 2 red bearing pizzas and White Castles. That's what I like to eat. And then usually I have Campbell's soup, pretty much what I can put in the microwave. Because I go to Walmart and buy my food before I go out on the road.
So
I
that's
don't like
pretty
that
much
truck stop food.
That's pretty much what I do too. Is I try to eat from my refrigerator the most I can, and I try to eat out as little as possible. But I think that he was more of like, what do you cook with that question? So I'm gonna say electric skillet. I have one electric skillet and I have one Instapot, because in the Instapot you can do tons of stuff. I also have a microwave and I have a George Foreman on the truck. So I think with that you can pretty much do anything.
Yeah,
Guys,
I
make sure
see.
y'all are hitting the subscribe button if y'all are coming in here and new to the channel, because there's a lot of great content on this channel. There's a lot of good information here if you're thinking about coming to Prime. I see some new names in here, and I really hope that if you're doing research about Prime or just trucking in general, y'all are hitting the subscribe button, and make sure that y'all click on Tennessee FLATBEDER and go and subscribe to him too, because he's a new channel starting out, but he's going to be putting out content that's going to be good and helpful for you.
Oh yeah, and I back to that question. I see a lot of guys putting Instapots on their truck. I've got a couple of my students that actually freeze dry, or not freeze dry, dehydrate food at home and take that out with them. All they have to do is add water, throw it in the microwave, and they have a home fresh cooked meal right there. So it all depends on how you work it.
So just for gaming, you two seem like y'all have plenty of home time. How so? You want me to get this one? I'm going to get this one. I feel
Yeah,
like
go ahead and
getting
get
this
that one.
All right, so whenever you see us at home a lot, it's not that we got special privilege, and it's not that we're not working. What it is that they have so many students that they need us to do more than one student. So we end up getting multiple students, which keeps us more locally. Now we still do runs. I think one of my guys this week has made, I think one of them has made 6 tire runs, and I think the other one has made 5. And I think, like, I can't remember the exact number. It might be 6 and 7 though. But we were still running loads. We were still doing stuff. But what happens is with this many students, we have to pick up the slack, and we have to get more of the students to the point that they can test so they can get ready for their next phase. We don't want students backed up and not having a trainer and just out there with nobody, just, hey, study pre-trip every day. We want to be able to get them in the truck and let them start doing backing and driving and stuff like that. So that's where some of us instructors that have multiple students prime trust us with multiple students, and they know that we're going to get y'all done, and we're going to treat y'all right, and we're going to get you test ready by test day. So we end up having multiple students, and we kind of get stuck here, is the way I like to put it. Now, I'm not going to complain about getting stuck here because I actually live here, but you know, it's kind of what happens. We get stuck here with multiple students, and we have to get y'all test ready and test it out. And then by the time that happens, there's more coming in and more coming in and more coming in. And it's better to be with one of us than like sitting there without a trainer. If it ever got back down to like the numbers were real low, then of course we would have to go back over the road. We would pick up one student, go run freight, and then come back whenever they were test ready, or whenever we were ready to test them out or get them ready to test out. Anything you would like to add to that, Tennessee?
It sounds like you added pretty good to that.
Prime trucks have APUs. There's our APU expert.
Oh yeah, I actually did a video on the APU. It was a quick, short one. Yeah, but we have alternate power units on our truck. That way we don't have to idle our truck in bigger cities. A lot of states have an idle law. New York, California. So our APUs keep that AC running during the summer, our heat running during the winter. Unless you're in Denver, and then you use both your heat from your truck. My older truck, actually, I could run my APU and my truck at the same time and have double the heat. So, but yeah, we all primes are pretty much suited with APUs on them.
I thought you were gonna go into the whole kick of EPU, APU, CPU, DPU, FPU.
No, he only asked about the APU, so I only went into with the APU.
$900 per week before taxes. Yes, John Gonzalez is exactly right. Account for that. That's $900 per week before taxes. They still have to take out your federal taxes, and they still have to take out your state taxes if you have state tax. Before I came to Prime, I didn't know what state tax was. I never got state tax. It was kind of crazy to me. Oh, your YouTube channel. I
Yeah.
can pop it up there, but you can't click on the actual video, so
Yeah, but you can click in the comments.
yeah, you can click in the comments. That's why I took it off real quick, is just didn't want you to think that I took it off because that's what it was. So
I get
Tennessee
it, brother.
FLATBEDER has put his channel into the messages, so make sure y'all still click on that and go ahead and subscribe to that channel. It's a great channel. Also, if you're into riding motorcycles, then go ahead and check that out.
Oh yeah,
He's-
my 360 camera has actually helped out with a lot of both of my side of the videos, how I do both.
It's like Evil Knievel bike riding there. I mean, look at all the piercings. He's riding in one of those balls in the cage with motorcycles going around. He's doing backflips on them. He's standing up on them. All kinds of crazy stuff. You got to check it out to believe it, though. To see it and believe it. Hey, I'm trying to hype it up, bro. I'm like...
You're gonna make them want more. I'm gonna have to buy another bike just for that.
Yeah, I wish your computer was set up, man. I'd be like, dude, send me an invite for a live tomorrow. I'll come on your channel. I don't know if you can do it off your phone. Like invite me to yours off the phone. I think you can only start it on a web browser.
Yeah, I'd have to do it on my tablet.
Oh, you can start up one of these on your tablet and invite me to it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was only computer only.
Yeah, no, because if everybody's wondering how I do this, so right now I'm on my phone. We're going to pan around here, and then we're going to see what I'm looking at on chat. I've got my tablet laying here. I don't know if you can see that. Yep, now you can see that. I got my tablet sitting here so I can read the chat as we're going through the thing. And if you see me laughing for no reasons, because I'm reading what either Peg Leg is saying or Hans is saying. Once again, you pop that up on me, and I have no clue. I've heard a lot of prime rib and stuff like that, but
Yeah. Prime stands for driven by the best.
there we go. That works.
I don't know how you get it out of it, but yeah. That's the slogan I hear. I can't remember. Please. Oh yeah, here's one that I remember now. Please remember I'm Missouri educated or something like that. I can't. I think that's what it. I think that's how it went. Please remember I'm Missouri educated.
That's a pretty decent one. Yeah, I don't hear those aneurysms too that much.
What should a student bring coming for orientation and TNT training?
Well, you can start that out, and I guess I'll go start it out. Orientation, you need to bring every document that you need to be hired on with, along with your birth certificate. Do not send it home once you present it showing that you have it. We've had students send home their birth certificates, send home their driver's license. I don't understand why, but they do. You can't get hired on without either one. Then coming onto our trucks, you got to remember you're going to sleep with all your luggage. So if you bring, I'm eventually going to do a packing video for what you should. I can pack 2 weeks worth of clothes on my motorcycle. I've done plenty of trips, so I can show you how to do it on a bag. I'll eventually get that video out. But you got to remember, you're going to sleep with all your gear that you bring with you. If you bring a lot, I hope you're a little person. I was about to say the M word, but I know they don't like that. A little person is suitable. So you're going to be cramped up in that top bunk. Even if on TNT, you still got to put that gear somewhere. And a lot of the time, those TNT trainers only have some amount of space for their students. You got to fill. So anything to add to that?
No, it's pretty much bring as little as you can, but enough to get by. So make sure you bring a lot of clothes and hygiene and stuff like that. Bring the necessities. Do not bring that Xbox down here. Do not bring that PlayStation down here. Do not bring all of that BS.
Yeah, you can get that stuff when you upgrade. And also, you got to keep in mind, too, your TNT trainer is going to take you by a place or truck stop that you can wash your clothes. The Plaza, the Millennium, and the Campus Inn all have washer machines. So if you bring a week's worth of clothes, bring 7 days. So on that 7th day, you can wash clothes and still have 6 days worth of clean clothes and learn how to alternate that.
And back to bringing the necessities. Like, bring the necessities. You don't need those video games and all that stuff. Make sure you bring hygiene. Nobody wants to smell you. The thing is, you need to be focused when you get here.
Right.
Don't worry about bringing what you need to bring on TNT. Also, the recruiters will tell you what to bring. Listen to them. Now, one thing I will tell you that the recruiters are going to tell you, they're going to be like, bring work boots. Bring work boots. Like, and they say that for flatbed and I think tanker because they have to have those steel toes and stuff like that. But reefer really don't need it. What you need to do is you can bring a pair of boots just because they said it. You need to bring some comfortable shoes that you can slip in and out of. It's not fun bringing these heavy work boots that you never wore a day in your life till you came to Prime, and you're like, they said bring work boots, so I gotta wear work boots, and then you can't drive in them because they're so heavy and you're not used to them. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
bring
but don't
some
plan
tennis
on
shoes.
Don't plan on driving in my truck with shower shoes. Most of our flatbedders will not let you drive in your shower shoes.
Nobody will.
Or
Like
slip-on shoes.
Shower shoes, you walk on the dead babies in the shower with them. Like, I don't want that on my mat. I don't want that on my side step. Like, keep the dead babies on the shower shoes that you sanitize and put back in your bag. Don't wear them around in my truck.
Right. And plus, it's unsafe. What is that? That shoe comes off when you slip from the throttle to the brake pedal, and then you get it stuck between your brake pedal and you can't stop that truck. I have actually seen that happen.
You're talking about sandals, then?
I'm talking about anything that just slip on.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm reefer over here, man. We look fly in our sandals, man. If it wasn't for the pad having rolls of closed-toe shoes, I'd be flexing on some people with my sandals.
Hence why I said flatbed.
Yeah.
No offense, brother, but you reefers are the L word.
God dang.
Those whores are heavy, huh?
Yeah. Reefers drop at night mostly, right? Nah, reefers drop anytime and pick up anytime. We're 24/7.
Yeah, flatbed's the only time we're 6 to 6. There's occasion that you'll have one that drops in the middle of the night. That's because it's in a bigger city and they have to shut down that street. And they can't really shut it down between the hours of working. So
question for both of y'all. Why did you decide to go with Prime instead of other carriers?
Well, I can start it out. When I got with my wife, her brother already worked here, and I needed a change in the lifestyle. I was a contractor before I came here, and then we were dead in the winter, good work in the summer. But when I met her, she was about to move. She was deciding to move here or somewhere in Nebraska. And when I said, all right, I'm going to change the life. I'll come with you. she came here to visit for vacation. I came and talked to him about some stuff. He's like, hey, I work for Prime. I can be your trainer. And I was like, oh, yeah, let's go. April, we moved here. April, I started in PSD. May 8th, I got my CDL, and I've been driving ever since, 5 years now. So
I was gonna go with U.S. Express, honestly. Like, I have my application with them, and I talked to a recruiter over there, and I was like, I'm going there. So, like, my first company I was going to was U.S. Express. And my buddy was, like, I told my friend, I was all like, hey, man, I'm going trucking, and I'll see you. And he's all like, why you tell me I'm not going with you? And I was like, that's cool, man. I don't care. I'm just telling you I'm going truck driving. I have to support my family. So the next day he came in and he said, I'm going truck driving too. So I was like, hey, call this company. So he ended up calling the company and he was all like, hey, I want to come out there truck driving. And I wrote down all the information they gave me, cent per mile and everything. Well, he wrote it down too, as they told him everything, because like we're real big on at the state, we have to be real thorough on everything. So we compared my notes versus his, and there were some discrepancies. Stuff was different. So we're all like, oh, we're not going there. We got to find a new company. And I found, so we knew somebody that left the state of Texas that was a correctional officer and went trucking. So we hit them up and they said, hey, we went to Prime Inc. They're a great company. They'll get you their CDL. They said, promise me that you're not going to go lease, because lease is a ripoff. Promise me you're not going lease. I went lease and it was horrible. They said, don't go lease. It's a ripoff. You're not making much more than a company driver. It's not worth the stress and all that. And I was like, okay, like I'm not a risk taker, so that doesn't bother me. So I called Prime and I put my application in and I wrote down all the information they gave me. And my buddy, we're going as a team. So I took all the solo information and then I said, hey, my friend's coming and it's going to be a team truck. I wrote down all that information. So he called and we didn't want the same recruiter because, you know, that would have been one person talking to us both. So he called, he got his application in, they called him, he talked to them. He wrote down everything they said for solo. Then he told them about us being a team and that I had my application in, and they looked that up and they said, all right, we'll get y'all together, blah, blah, blah. They wrote down all of his information, or they told him everything that he would make as a team driver. And when we both got off the phone, we matched them. And they were exactly the same. The recruiters at Prime gave us everything that was matching. There wasn't no discrepancies in that. And that's the real reason that I ended up at Prime, is because their recruiting department did not give us different information. They gave us the exact same information to different recruiters.
And that's the same when I talked to my recruiter the first time. My brother-in-law went ahead and gave me a list of things to ask about just to make sure I was on top. And everything I'd asked was, because he gave me a question and then kind of an answer below that. And so when I talked to the recruiter about it, he pretty much was spot on with the answer that my brother-in-law put down on the questionnaire type deal. And every time I talked to the recruiter, he was, boom, had the answer. He had me getting in here pretty quick. Everything that I found, even though I didn't do my research, on it. I was pretty happy with where the outcome was. And he was even into it. He was lease. He did 3 consecutive back-to-back leases, and he told me, do not go lease. Stay company. We're going to make the same. It's still on your opinion when you come in here. If you want to go lease, if you want to go company. I've been leased 5 years. You've been our company 5 years. Sorry. You've been company, what, 5.5, some change?
Yeah.
So that tells you we make good enough money as a company driver. And I did 3 solo for 3 years and I still made good enough money. My wife didn't have to work. and I had a brand new house, a brand new pickup, brand new motorcycle, and still making good money. So that lets you know both sides of it on a half of it.
And we're not like the question was, the question was there, and we were answering the question, and we were doing it as honest and as open as we could. Now,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna throw this little disclaimer out there. We are not dogging lease. We are not saying lease is
No.
horrible, because we know that lease guys can make some money too. The thing is, there's a big risk in it that we're not willing to take at the moment. I say at the moment because you never know. Tomorrow we might say, "Hey, let's go lease." So I'm just saying that we're not dogging lease. We're not trying to discourage anyone from going lease. Like, I know a lot of successful trucks that are lease. Like, I'm pretty sure Simple Plan Trucking's successful. Like, Jesus Takes the Wheel. He's doing awesome out there. Big Red's doing awesome out there. There is a lot of people that are doing excellent out there that are lease. So, and that's one of the questions I did ask Simple Plan Trucking today is I said, "Hey man, how is the money? Like, are y'all doing good?" And like, he told me a little bit about the money, and like, he was all like, "We're doing great." And he told me, he said, "Hey, one of the things that keeps us motivated out here is," he's like, "sometimes we talk about it." And he said, and I love his honesty. Like, make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. I love his honesty because he was straight up, genuine, honest with me. And he pretty much said, like, sometimes we miss home. We do miss home. But we look at our check and we're all like, man, we're making good money. And he has goals and he has a plan in action. And trucking is not like a long-term plan for him. It is to take care of everything he needs to take care of. And he has goals. Like, I'm not going to put his business out there, but he has like goals he wants to get to. He has stuff he wants to accomplish before he leaves Prime. And he's going to accomplish everything because he has goals. He's motivated to get the job done, and he's a very he's very goal oriented to get his goals done. Very smart man. I don't know if y'all know him or not, but like I said earlier, is Simple Plan Trucking. He was in here earlier.
And he's still here.
Oh, is he still here?
Yep. And I was going to add to that. The only reason why I didn't really go lease is because of the fact that I did have plans. I wanted to own a house. I wanted to own a brand new vehicle. I come from a place where I wasn't able to buy a vehicle straight off the lot, brand new. Nobody ever drove it. Same with my motorcycle. All my motorcycles have been used with great miles on them. They're still good working motorcycles. I wanted a brand new motorcycle that nobody owned. That was mine. That's my plan. And that's the whole reason why I haven't gone lease or gone out and buying a brand new truck and work for my brother-in-law. Because of the fact that my goals were, let's get this house bought and paid for. Let's get this pickup bought and paid for. So I don't have to worry, because it's kind of like running a truck is having another mortgage, the way I looked at it. So I didn't want to jump into that yet. So that was the reason why I didn't go lease, because I did have a plan on it. I mean, I first did come in talking to him about doing lease, and he's like, if you want to do that, stay company, make that money. It's all yours other than taxes coming out of it, and use that towards the stuff you want first, and then go into owning that truck. So that was the advice my brother-in-law gave me.
Is tanker drop schedule more like reefer or flatbed? Neither.
Kind of both.
Yeah, in a way, but pretty much a tanker guy, from what I understand, because I talked to a tanker trainer out there, and he's an awesome guy, Julian. Julian tells me that it is pretty quick. Like, most of the places you go to, you hook that thing up and fill it up real fast, and then boom, you're out of there. You get to the next place, he's all like, sometimes people aren't even there. You just hook up and you dump it and you go. So I mean, like, it's a lot of, hey man, once you get there, just boom, do it and take off. So reefers, sometimes we get stuck there unless it's a drop and hook
So-
for detention pay. Flatbed, go ahead, Mr. Tennessee Flatbedder.
So I actually trained a student. He was going to go flatbed, but he had some back issues. So he still wanted to do the work. So he went tanker. He said that the schedule wise on dropping and the hours you guys do as a reefer, he was pretty much the same. He was dropping in the middle of the night, in the day, in the evening. It all depends on what the appointment time was, but he was in and out pretty quick. I actually need to get a hold of him and see how he's doing, but yeah, he said that's why I said kind of both.
Do you know his name?
Aaron.
Oh, wow. I was expecting you to be like, he has a short beard or he looks like this. You actually
Yes.
knew a name.
Short beard, about yay high. He brought everything but the kitchen sink. I actually gave him crap about that. And he said, yeah, the kitchen sink wouldn't fit when we talked about bringing stuff with him for PSD. But yeah, I made fun of him for that. Go ahead.
Simple Plan Trucking. I'm glad you're still here. I was talking about you again, but this is a Stream Deck. So it's a bunch of hotkeys. Like, I can change the screens. Oh, let me go on this side. But I can change the screens and stuff like that with it. And it has a lot of stuff on here. Like, this is the voice changer. And then these are the sound effects. So all it is it's a way to make stuff happen instantly. So the sounds and stuff come through another program, and it makes it into like one touch buttons. You know, like whenever you used to have on the old keyboard, you have like F1, F2, F3, all the way through like F20. You know, you could have programmed all those keys that weren't used to do this stuff the Stream Deck does. But unfortunately, computers don't have those anymore unless you've got a keyboard that still has those. On the laptop, it doesn't have all that. So we use a Stream Deck, and you can click the button and it makes the sound, and it's instant because it's pretty much like say it's a program of like Alt Control K or Control K. If I would hit Control K on the keyboard, then it would do the same thing. This turns it all into one button. So I
Quick
can just
and
click
easy.
that one. Yeah, quick and easy is all it does. And I can transfer between screens. I can turn the live on and off on it. My video. I can turn my video off. I can turn my video on. I mean, it's just awesome. It really is. It's a neat device to have. I mean, it makes it a lot easier because I can control it with one hand over here, and then I can control my mouse over here. So it just makes stuff a lot smoother. And I'm hoping that it helps out my channel for people that want to watch it, that like that little transitions and stuff like that. It makes it more entertaining for people, I hope.
Yeah, and I like it. When I finally start doing it, I'm actually going to do a smaller Stream Deck, not have so many buttons. But yeah, I do enjoy it the way it is, the setup. I'm
Hans
more
will love
into
this. Hans will love this. You click
yeah.
that button. Oh, look at that, Hans. I got bored one day and I made a whole Insane Clown Posse Stream Deck. So there's a secret key on here, and if I click it, it'll turn back. Just in case y'all ever be over here messing around my computer. But I click one of them, and it turns back to that.
So that's pretty much the same system I'm going to get for my video editing. That's what I did in high school. My passion is video. It just took me this long to get there. Yeah, you need to.
Send me the... my bad, I skipped over a question. Are you guys company? We are both
Yes.
company. And I'll try to send you the link You know, my memory is real bad, Captain Dave. Like, it is real bad. So one time, it was so bad that Tennessee Flatbetter was invited me over to have the family over to do cookie decorations and like frost them and like I'm listening to them every day and I completely forget to tell the wife like, hey, on this day we're gonna do this. So like, you know, I'm bad with memory. So he's telling me about this stuff, and then the day comes around, and he was all like, "Hey man, don't forget tomorrow." And I hit the wife up, and she goes, "I didn't know nothing about it," and I'm all like, "I don't know if I knew about it or not," and like after the fact, because she was all like, "Look, we already got plans." So after the fact, it hit me. I was all like, dang, bro, like you did tell me about that, and I'm just a horrible friend. So, you know, and I don't forget that because I'm all like, I feel horrible because that's like my best friend over there, Tennessee Flatbetter, and I kind of like blew him off, I guess, or like just completely forgot about something that was important. And like my family's into arts and crafts, and we like that stuff, and we missed out on it that year, but you know, we got over it and found out that I'm horrible with all that stuff. So if he tells me something, he needs to look right at me and see me send a text.
Yeah, that's the best way I do it. If I talk to you about it, I turn around and say, all right, I'll text you later about it. And then, or I'll have the old lady, I'll immediately pick up the phone and say, hey, go ahead and message Sarah about it. So we can make sure it happens. But yeah, I love you, brother. We're family. That's the way I feel about it. So
I love you too, brother. Big Honker, 9,500 miles in 8 days. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
You remember Big Honker?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, great guy. He's out there knocking out those TNT mileage. You know, he'll be back soon to upgrade. 9,500 miles in 8 days. That's
if you're making them running. If you got a trainer that'll run, that's good. And I love that when I've got a student that tells me their trainer's running, because that's telling me that they're teaching them how to make that truck work.
Yeah, for reals. John Gonzalez, what's up, fellas? This week we had 2 people drop out of CDL school. Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to be more than that, too. Same thing here at Prime. People drop out, and they don't make it. So,
yeah, a lot of them realize that it's harder, or they just realize that trucking ain't the way they wanted to go. They didn't expect it to be as, I mean, yeah, we use our head a lot, regardless of what we're doing. And some of them can't cut it. Some of them are too afraid of that truck. It all depends on the situation.
And then some of them just think that they know what they're doing, and they come out there and you're all like, hey, you're not going to do whatever you want in my truck. And they're all like, oh, I don't like this. Somebody tells me what to do. I don't like this. So they leave.
And it's not that we're telling you what to do. It's we're showing you how to do it, and you think we're telling you what to do. I've had a couple of students that have really got upset with me. I'm like, hey, you need to turn it right. Why? Because it ain't going to work if you don't. I mean, it's kind of deal like that. You have one right now that thinks that because he's been pulling a trailer that's shorter than ours, and what you're telling him is not going to work.
Oh, got to bring that up. Yeah, he has a problem with pulling up because his pull-ups were not good. But today he made good pull-ups and he did awesome though. But the last few days it was a fight till he realized that. Big Honker says, did Monteagle, Donner's Pass talk about something myself? Yeah, dude. I wish we had a big mountain here. Like, and I did take you on some loads that we talked about stab breaking and stuff like that. But when you got out there on TNT and you saw the real big mountain, you actually understood it probably better now.
Yeah, my
students, as long as you're safe.
The student
ahead.
that I have did the interview with on the upgrade, he was telling me about all those passes, and he's like, "Man, I'm glad you taught me what I needed to do." And this was off the chat, my interview. He was like, "Yeah, I got a lot of information from what you said on how to make sure to take those safely." So, go ahead.
Haven't showered in 6 days. Got to go scrub the fifth wheel off of me. Love you, Big D. Miss you, my dude. Yeah, man, we had a great time. And like whoever got you for TNT, that's a lucky guy because you really drive good and like you were a good student. Um, shower in 6 days, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I
y'all
was gonna
gotta
say
get some more showers.
you should have done something in a 30-minute break somewhere around in there. No, we actually have to have a tanker endorsement. We do pull bulk tanks for liquid. We carry a lot of de-icer for runways, for airplanes. We do carry liquid dye for mulch. So yeah, you have to have tanker endorsement. Just pull those bulk tanks.
Jonathan Price says, "What's a good company to go with?" Jonathan, and like I feel like he's throwing me a curveball on that one, expecting me to say Prime Inc. But look, Jonathan Price, you got to do your research and find the company
Yes.
that fits you.
Yes.
Don't just choose Prime Inc. because I work here. Like I will tell you right now, me and Tennessee Flatbed, we are biased. You know, if we were one of those channels where we were trying to make money off of referral codes, we would be like, hey, Prime's the best one. You should come to Prime and put our driver code down. No, dude. Like, do your research. Make sure you find out if trucking's even for you or not. Make sure you do that research and find out, hey, am I going to be okay with living a month over the road and then maybe taking 4 days off? Am I good with showering in a truck stop? Am I good with living on a truck? Am I good with working every single day, long hours, doing what needs to be done to get the job done? Like, there is a lot of stuff you need to look into. Like, if you're just at the point where you're all like, what's a good starter company to go with? Like, you are far behind. Like, hold yourself back for a minute and start doing that research on what trucking really is before you find the company. So make sure you do that research, and then once you do that research and you're like, okay, I'm good with this, then start that research on how do I want to get my CDL. Do the mega carriers versus trucking schools. Find out where you feel on that. How do you feel on that? Am I going with a mega carrier, or is it more beneficial to me to go to a trucking school? And then after that, start doing the research on all the companies. I highly suggest not asking somebody on YouTube that doesn't know you, what company should I go with? Because we're kind of biased. Like me in Tennessee, we really want to tell you, hey, Prime Inc., but we don't want to make a life decision for you. This is going to change your life. And I don't want to be we really do not feel like we should be the reason why you pick Prime. And then you're all like, man, I hated every second of it. One of my best friends came out here, Sean. He came out here to Prime Inc. And, you know, we've known each other since the state of Texas. And, like, our parents were close to each other. And I feel horrible because, like, I kind of talked him into coming here. I was all like, yeah, dude, I think you would like trucking. Like, you're kind of like, you know, he's kind of like he's a social but antisocial kind of guy, you know, and, you know, great guy. And I was all like, man, I figured that trucking would be good for him. He came out here. He hated every second of it. He told me, he goes, I hated every second of it. He goes, I did not like driving a truck. I didn't like the shippers. I didn't like the receivers. They frustrated me. He was stressed out the whole time. And I feel bad that he wasted a whole year of his life out here doing this. Because at the end of the day, after his time was up and he didn't have to pay for his CDL, he went home and he's not truck driving. And he was talking about letting his CDL go. And I said, I strongly advise against that, but it's up to you. And I don't want to make anyone's decision like that for the rest of their life. They have to suffer with it. Don't you feel like that, Tennessee?
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's all on do your research. Yeah, we're going to tell you that Prime is a good company to work for. We are very family oriented, but don't let that make your decision. You might have a company closer to you that can get you home a lot sooner. Because when you come to Prime, don't expect to go home every weekend or every 2 weekends. You're becoming a truck driver. That's a truck driver's life, is to be away from your home for periods of time, because we got to run freight. Our stores don't run themselves without us. If the truck stopped, this United States would stop.
Yeah. John Gonzalez says we had a dude that says he had a CDL a few years earlier, and he couldn't even do straight line, and he would not listen to the trainers. Yeah, and I've had this situation. I've had it, and pretty much with a person like that, you're gonna have to just say, "Hey, here's the truck. Do whatever. I don't even care." And you're going to have to let them do that straight line back and mess it up and mess it up and mess it up and mess it up till they finally listen to you. And it's a lot of time wasted until they actually listen to you. So yeah, I've been there. I've done that. I've actually had a guy not just the other day. He quit after his first day because he wouldn't listen to me. He even went to the office and said, hey, my trainer said I have to listen to him. And they're like, yes, you do. And he was all like, well, then I quit. It's crazy.
I've had a student that actually failed backing twice. He finally passed the third time. And the last words he said when he got hired is, man, I should have listened to Tennessee from day one. And they were like, that probably would have helped. So...
Get a 2-year degree and become a nurse, $30 an hour plus OT. A little bit about some of my things that I thought about over the years is I actually thought about doing that, is becoming a nurse at one point, because after working in the prison system, taking the inmates to the hospitals and stuff like that, I was really intrigued and really looking into becoming a nurse or a doctor or something like that, because being in there and looking at the open heart surgery and stuff like that, I was like, man, that is cool. The stuff that they can do, the way that they do stuff. I was learning so much. We were at a smaller unit, in a smaller town, and the nurse wasn't that great. So we had this offender jump off a 2-row, boom, hit the day room floor. Fractured his leg. His bone went through his skin. It was sticking out, blood bleeding everywhere. They put him in a wheelchair, took him down to the infirmary. The nurse was all like, I don't know what to do. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I'm used to going to the hospital all the time with these offenders and getting them worked on. And she's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, really? I said, call the ambulance over here. First off, I said, you got to stop the bleeding. You need to make a tourniquet on his leg. And the offender kept looking at his leg and about to pass out. And I was like, hey, stop looking at it. And I didn't want him to pass out. So I was all like, do not look at your leg. Do not look at it. Stay awake. Pap, pap, pap. I was like, stay awake. I said, check his blood pressure. See what his blood pressure is. I started telling her what to do. I was all like, we need to cut the shoe off. Get some scissors. Cut the shoe off. Get the shoe off. We need to start cutting the pants off. We need the pants leg. I was all like, this is what we need to do. Boom. We get this dude. By then the ambulance got there. We put this dude on the ambulance, and the ambulance guy was all like, hey, I'm going to hold his leg straight. I need your help to wrap this up. And he was all like trying to tell me what to do. He was all like, all right, this is what you need to do. And I was all like, all right, man, I'll try it out. I said, I've seen it a whole bunch of times, but I'll try it out. So I started wrapping his leg, and he was all like, man, you must have seen this. You must have done this before. Were you in the military? I said, no, man, I've seen it 100 times. I always wanted to try it. So this was my time to try it. And it was pretty cool. Like, so I did think about that for a while. I really was interested in it too.
Yeah, it's like
My
me. You're good, brother. It's like me. I've been an electrician since I was 13 years old. I did contracting before I came to trucking. If I would have went and got my journeyman's, even as an apprentice, let me back up a little bit. As an apprentice, I was making $35 an hour. If I'd have got my journeyman's, I'd make $45 to $50 an hour just being an electrician. But I still wanted to become a trucker. It's in my blood to drive a truck. So,
and you know, since you were a trucker, your son, your daughter, your sons, I should say, there's a whole bunch of sons, or your daughter, now that you're out here, it's kind of in the blood.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
like I was
they'll
gonna say,
be successful.
both my daughter and my son are planning on becoming truckers, and my son-in-law wants to do it as soon as they hit 21, just because
And
they see what I do when I bring home.
and they'll be super easy to teach it to, because it's something about having that family member out here that just makes them not scared of the truck. You know,
Right.
and I think it's subconsciously like, if he can do it, I can do it. Because, you know, that's kind of what made me get through the state of Texas my first night. I wanted to quit my first night. I was like, man, this is horrible over here. Like, I'm kind of scared. And I was all like, my dad's a little guy. I said, if he could do it, man, I'm going to do this. So I kept myself motivated. I kept my head in the game. And that's how I made it through it. Now, if I would have knew my dad was on these little, like this little easier unit called the Rudd unit, it was kind of more laid back. And then he was on the Montford unit, which is really laid back. And there's a lot of coworkers and there's a lot of, you know, additional staff and stuff. If I knew he had it that good, I probably would have quit, because my unit was a lot worse. If I'm company, can I bring my 7-year-old kid with me on the truck? The answer is no. I think 9 years. I'm pretty sure 9 years old is the cutoff limit still,
Okay.
unless it's changed.
It's 12 or 13, but still communicate with your fleet manager. See
12 or
if there's
13.
an exception. Yeah. See if there's an exception. They're more of, it's, can that child be able to take care of itself while you're off that truck working your load, or you're going to be able to take care of that child while you go to the rest area or the truck stop. That's the whole reason. Still communicate, but it's supposed to be 12 or 13 is the last time I heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard the youngest was 9. Pegleg says students need to realize that the trainer have a CDL and they are not and that they are trying to get. Listen to the trainer and remember that you are the guest on the truck. Yeah, you know, and us as trainers, we have our CDL. So, like, if you don't want to listen to us, we will let you do whatever as long as you want. Because guess what? I have my CDL at the end of the day, and you don't. So at the end of the day, how much did you learn today? I didn't learn nothing. I couldn't get it done. Okay, tomorrow you come out here and listen, and we'll get more done. They come out the next day, they still don't listen. You just let them back up and do whatever they want till they decide to listen. Sooner or later, they're going to realize that they need you as the trainer, and they're going to listen. Like, I have a lot of patience. Tennessee does too. Sometimes we just let you do whatever till you finally figure it out. Check with the company, colleges. Also, you might be eligible for little to no cost financing. Did you know that, Tennessee?
What's that? Sorry.
That you can go to community college for little or no cost financing.
Yeah, actually, Prime has a what's it called? Well, I guess discount. You can still get your college degree while driving. And a lot of colleges will actually do that too, give you an extra discount on to what we can give you to help you educate.
Yeah. Isaac, Dad, how's it going? Did you clear today? You get your purple badge? I mean, your green badge over there in Salt Lake City?
There, brother.
Huh?
Said you were a little ahead of yourself there, brother.
Yeah, I was skipping them all the way through the PSD phase. Jonathan Price says, is it worth watching CDL pre-trip videos on other knowledgeable information?
Depends on the state you're going to get your CDL in. Missouri, we do have a different way we do our pre-trip. So if you're going to come to Prime, make sure you're looking through like Twisted's pre-trips, my pre-trips eventually when I get them out. We do our pre-trips differently. The test is different in each state.
Yeah, so definitely find out the state that you're taking the test in, and make sure that you are studying that state. Because I would hate for you to study primes and then end up that you're taking the test in, let's say, Texas, and they give you the full pre-trip anyways, and it's different. Like, make sure you're doing the one for your state.
So, yeah, we're hitting an hour 6 or 2 hours 6, brother.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you're good. Only 30 minutes past 8:30 when we both got tests in the morning.
Dude, I thought it was 8 o'clock. So we're out of here. Speaking of the pre-trip videos, before we leave, make sure you check out, if you're coming to Prime, make sure you check out my pre-trip. It shows you exactly how to point at each item, and it's the Prime pre-trip. So I teach you how to point at both ends. Whenever you say none are missing, I teach you to point at every one of them. It's a lot of great information on there. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe to Tennessee FLATBEDER.
I appreciate it.
Get him up there and, get all of his subscribers. And it was a good live tonight. We had a lot of fun, and
yeah, I'll have a video dropping later this evening.
My mouse went crazy on me. I was trying to hit the end. But like, comment, and subscribe, and keep watching the videos, and keep coming in Thursday nights for our lives. Save questions, write them down, and next Thursday we'll do it again.